All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. In this video, we're going on a little bit of a night mission. We are going to be Dragy testing the 2024 Mustang GT the way it sits right now, which is stock. We're going to see how slow this car really is. Let's get a cold start. 3, 2, 1. I wonder if I need to get gas. Got 1,300 miles. Oil change. 163. We're good to go. We don't need to get gas. So we are behind the wheel, headed over to my spot right now. It is a very, very warm night. It's like 80 degrees, 82. It's warm. That Texas heat, man. But I want to go ahead and get a baseline 60 to 130 in the 2024 Mustang GT while it sits the way it is before I do some modifications to it, some actual modifications that are going to be improving the performance. The next round of modifications to this car will be significantly lighter wheels as well as better tires, and then after that I'm going to be doing long tube headers, and then we'll be going Whipple. I want to actually set this car up properly because this actually is my daily driver. If you guys are new to the channel, this is my 2024 Mustang GT MT82 daily driver. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be having, you know, just a little mild 700 horsepower setup. I don't need nothing crazy on this. Just something that, you know, go to the grocery store, do day-to-day things, that has a little bit of pep in its step for Texas. But in all reality, these Gen 4s are pretty stout. I know with lighter wheels, better tires, and just headers, it will significantly wake this car up, and it will be night and day from the times it's going to run tonight. Even with the nasty air that we have, just lighter wheels and free-flowing exhaust is going to be making a difference. Hopefully we don't get any lockout today, because that will completely botch the times. But I'm going to be doing a 3rd to 4th gear pull, and then I'm going to be doing a 2nd, 3rd to 4th gear pull to hit 130, just to see exactly where this car is at. I personally believe this is going to be anywhere between a mid 11 to a high 11, 60 to 130. Could be a little bit quicker, but I think that's going to be where it's going to be at with what is done, or I should say what's really not done to the car currently. When it has lighter wheels, I think we could probably dip to the low 11s, high 10s potentially, but hey, we'll see, man, because that's going to be a lot of weight reduction removed, and that's what actually speeds up 60 to 130 time quite significantly is weight reduction, especially rotational. On our car that is basically, you know, a top end type of deal. That car moving up there? Do like a little I'm gonna do a little hit right now, 2nd gear. glided it real slow into third though. I'm not too confident with the stock clutch in the MT82 for those second and third gears. I really am not, but for the most part, it's not bad. That's a normal mode, so I'll probably chirp the tires a little bit once I disable traction control completely. But I mean, for the most part, it's not bad whatsoever. That active rev match nasty. It's crazy, this thing like really be popping and banging with just an H-pipe. No other exhaust mods. They for realed it right with this car as far as the sound goes. Sounds good. Alright, so we're at the gas station. I want to do a quick walk around before we do the 60 to 130. Like I said, stock wheels, stock kind of little tires, the 255s. This is a full interior 301A package. You guys can see the different stitching trim. Oh my goodness. Full interior. Thank you.
A few moments later.
All right, sorry about that, y'all. I forgot you really can't go to gas stations in Houston late at night, but we're gonna go ahead, head out to Mexico, put the exhaust mode in track, switch the cluster theme's already set. I always put it in Fox Body whenever I'm doing like pulls, just because it's easier for me personally to read everything. But for the mode, we are gonna go to the sport mode. I feel like it's the most responsive in sport. Some people tried to tell me to do drag, but I don't know about that. Switch the exhaust, and then we're gonna completely turn off advanced track. Bet. All right, so we're good to go. Now we are going to be using an app called Race Timer because I believe I actually misplaced my Dragy. I think I accidentally left it in the 2 valve. I think I left it in the glove box on accident. So I was looking for it and I was like, man, I don't have it. And then I tried to find it by just going ahead and connecting to it. It might be somewhere dead in my house. I might have to get another one. Actually, I'm gonna have to get another one because I want to go ahead and log the Shelby GT350 when it is boosted and keep track of 9 PSI, 13, and then 15 PSI the difference. But we're gonna use Race Timer app. It's pretty accurate. I used it on my old 2 valve multiple times, compared it to what the Dragy was saying, and it's always within 1 or 2 tenths. And it's a stock car, so it's not that big of a deal. All right, do a hill hit. Yeah, she's spinning a little bit. She's spinning a little bit. It's gonna spin with these stock tires. That's gonna be the only issue. And it's gonna be spinning off the shift, which it is what it is. She felt good right there. No lockout, second to third. And that was a 40 roll. And also, I do have to go ahead and mention, the carbon traps are still in the intake. I have not removed them. I don't even know if I am gonna remove them. When I get headers, I'll remove them, but right now it's just like, what's the point, dude? It's not gonna make like a huge difference. And the car, it's stock, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna go race a stock car, so it's not really even worth the effort to remove the intakes and go ahead and just like pry them out of there. But when I do headers, I will go ahead and free it up, because the headers will bump up the horsepower by like 30, 40. And obviously I want the car to breathe, because we got the free-flowing exhaust with it. So free-flowing intake would make sense. But I'm gonna catch up with you guys when we get closer to Mexico. Like I said, we're doing a 3rd to 4th gear and then a 2nd, 3rd, and 4th gear. So we'll see what this car can do, man.
One eternity later.
All right, so coming up on my little spot, we have a few cars that are behind me. Oh my God, fuck. We have like 3 cars that are behind me right now. Hopefully that one guy turns off until the off ramp, or the on ramp technically. Because if he don't, I'm not really trying to do the pull. Alright, he back here. I think we kind of lost the window to do the pull. Damn it, we'll do it in a different area, because I needed this whole stretch, because I know this car is not fast enough to do it in the little space that the 2-valve could do it in. Damn. All right, I'm gonna do another pull. This time I have it in drag. Do 2nd gear. Dude, that SUV was catching up to me, bro. This oh my God, that SUV was catching up to me. That actually kind of felt good. I let out because that kind of tripped me out, but man, that SUV was pacing with my ass. Hey, look, this shit needs mods bad. All right. Please be clear. See how slow this car is.
One eternity later.
It's slow, that's for sure. I don't know if that 3 to 4 was kind of slow, but dude, that was like slow, very slow, like almost falling asleep slow. It ran a 12.9. Yeah, it's slow. It needs mods. That 3rd gear is painful. I was like, man, are we done yet? But yeah, the 3rd gear is, it's painful. This MT82 D4, Jesus Christ, it's slow. Woo. This thing needs mods, dude. Like, it's honestly so slow that I kind of don't want to do any 60 to 130s in 3rd gear, because it just takes too long. All right, we're gonna try this again. Oh, we got a car coming up. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna run on a damn road, I think, too. Worst case scenario, we'll just do a hard pull. Fuck it. I gotta let out. I don't know if it even hit 130. It probably didn't. That felt pretty good. I'm telling you, I think drag might be the move because it feels like it's more responsive to go into gear during drag. If I'd have hit 130, it's all good. It just kind of shows you how slow the car really is, stock. But I don't really think it's safe to be doing 60 to 130 pulls with a car like this stock. It's just simply not fast enough. Yeah, that was a little bit, no, that was slower actually, never mind. That was a 13.4, which is real bad. Like I said, I don't know if this race timer app is 100% accurate, but it felt a little bit quicker than that, but at the same time, it probably wasn't. So I'm just gonna go on record and say that these cars, MT82 stock, let me know down in the comment section because I really have not seen any other people post times, but I'm just gonna go on record and say that these cars, like pretty much stock, H-pipe, not really gonna do nothing. Stock transmission, stock clutch, carbon traps in the intake manifold, intake manifolds because the dual intakes. These things are high 12s, 13 seconds, 60 to 130, which is slow. All right, letting the car cool off at a gas station. Hopefully you guys can hear me. I'm right next to a highway, but it is what it is. That last 60 to 130 run attempt, I'm saying attempt because the car didn't even hit 130. That 13.9 pass, I have it set for 40 to 120 and 60 to 130. So it only went 40 to 120 because I must have started way lower when I downshifted the second. It went up to 120. I don't know what mile per hour it got to. It's probably like 120, let's say 126, 127. So this is 100% a 13-second 60 to 130 car the way it sits right now, which is slow. That's crazy slow. It sounds good and it's actually pretty stable at those speeds, which is interesting because I can't say the same thing with the S550 at those speeds in stock form, stock height, stock wheels and tires. This thing actually is pretty legit, I'm not gonna lie. Slow time, but that is gonna leave a lot of room for improvement. Like I said, this is literally a stock S650. It is full weight. I have the rear seats folded down. Everything else in here is 100% stock, the way from factory. We got a truck pulling up. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move the car a little bit because I don't know what these guys are doing, but that truck loud, let me tell you. Whew. I'm gonna move the truck. I said the truck. I'm gonna move the car over here. It's not crazy loud. So I want to let it cool off a little bit. Whew. But as I was saying, slow right now, but that's going to leave a lot of time and room for improvement. I think with headers, lighter wheels, better tires, because I don't know if you can hear it, but I can feel it and hear it chirp. It does spin going from second to third. I think we can honestly shave off, I want to say 2.5, maybe 3 seconds by just going ahead and freeing up the exhaust fully, putting on lighter wheels and tires, and removing the carbon straps from the intake manifolds. If we can get this car in the 10s, 60 to 130, I'm actually gonna buy a Dragy and get like the official times, even that race timer is pretty damn accurate. If we can get it in the 10s without boost, obviously it's gonna go much faster with boost. I'll be happy, and that'll be what these cars run, you know, 60 to 130. I knew it was gonna be slow because the MT82s, they're not that good, especially if you're trying to do rolls and stuff like that. The Tremec 3160 is far superior, with obviously the 373 gear ratio of those cars that the Tremec 3160 does have. It's just overall a better straight line performing vehicle, in my personal opinion. A lot of people like to say that the MT82 is better for rolls, but that third gear is just too long, and the second to third, it's nice, but it's that third gear that kills it. You know, the 373s kills top end performance, but this D4 MT82, that third gear is what kills this shit for sure. It slows it down big time. So maybe I'll do rear end gears, but that's gonna be like the last resort. If the car don't run what I want it to run with boost, then obviously rear end gears will be the next thing. But I think it's, honestly, for what it is, it's a little bit slower than I thought I was gonna be. I thought it was gonna be like a mid 11, not 11, but it's a 13-second car. It is what it is. Full weight on some shitty tires for what I was doing, but it's not terrible. All right, it's the next day, back to the casa. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Wanted to get the data out there for you guys as well as myself, so I can figure out exactly what this car needs to get it a little bit quicker. Overall, for a daily driver, it's pretty stout, and I know there is a lot of room for improvement. Again, carbon traps are still in here. The car is stock minus the H pipe, and it is full weight. So, you know, it's a fun stick shift car that, you know, I still love, man. It's not the fastest thing in the world. I knew that when I was buying it, but man, it is still a true blast to drive. So if you guys enjoyed, feel free, drop a like in the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications, stay tuned. We have some interior as well as, I guess, exterior performance mods coming up for this car very soon. Deuces.